It began long ago when the Dark Lord Sauron crafted a ring of power to enslave the world of Middle-earth. To resist his malice, a last alliance of elves and men marched forth against his armies of darkness. In the vales of Mordor, we fought for our lives and for our freedom. Learn well the arts of war, for they hold our only hope of victory.
Lord of the Rings Conquest Demo. This is the demo that you can download off Xbox Live. Did I just say that? This is a demo you can download off the Xbox Marketplace. And I have to say this is one of the best demos I have ever played. I think actually the best demo. Because when you start out here, you start out as a warrior, you get right into the battle, and then it explains how you attack and everything, how to move. It tells you which attacks are light, heavy, and medium, and obviously the stronger the attack, the slower it takes, but you know. For the attacks, my favorite is probably the Y, or the medium attack, because it does the spin and if you're in like crowded by 10 enemies, you can take out like 8 at once. And then it also tells you about chaining combos or chaining attacks to create a combo, and I kind of wish it would make some special combo move like in some games, but it doesn't. It just mixes the attacks, so you could like do X, Y, Y, X, X, B, B, and then have some fancy attack. But anyway, the review of this demo, one of the best demos I've ever played. You get right into the action. It doesn't talk a lot. There isn't a cutscene until the end, or there isn't much of a cutscene until the end. They even give you like a little boss in the demo, and it's pretty awesome. And you can just see in the background all those huge enemies of people fighting, and it makes you wish you just want to. It just makes you wish you could get out there and just join them and just rush in with your flaming sword of death. So far in the demo, there are 4 classes: the warrior, which you are playing as right now, the archer, the scout, and then the mage. From people I've talked to, the mage is their favorite because of its ability to heal and everything, and to heal allies, and you can stand afar and zap people and make this giant shield. But my favorite is probably the, my favorite is the warrior, and then my second favorite is the archer. The warrior, you get, that sounded funny. Anyway, the warrior, when I just said, yeah. Let me say again. The warrior has one of the better I can't even talk today. To me, the warrior is one of the better classes because it's got this flaming sword of death. It's all close and personal, which is my gaming style. And it's got some pretty good attacks, and he's really strong. And from what I've played through him, and as I've played as him, I've hardly ever died. He's got this flaming sword, and if you press and hold left bumper, which gives you the flaming sword, you could just actually all he has is flaming sword and I said flaming sword 10 times. Okay, he has a flaming sword and a throwing axe, and the throwing axe is like a one-hit KO for these guys in the demo, but I don't know about the real game. See, I just use it right there, and if you like hit him in the head, it says critical and kills him. The next class would be the archer, which is my second favorite class. Oh, and I also liked how they give you these really special, like you just come in here and just do a special attack that wipes out like 15 enemies at once. It's so awesome. Now, the archer is probably my second favorite class because as the people are running at you, and you'll be able to see it soon what I'm talking about. As people are running at you, you just shoot them and they can't get to you because you're so far behind, and your arrows are so accurate and do so much damage. The archer has a fire arrow, a poison arrow, and a multi-shot. And what the multi-shot does, obviously, is shoots 3 or 4 arrows at once, and it sprays them out. So at close range, you could kill about, I don't know, 3 or 4 enemies at once, and at far range, you could probably get a bunch of them at far range just with one arrow. And the poison arrow, I haven't been able to see it do much because in the demo all of your attacks just kill them instantly. So I'm not sure how effective the fire and poison arrow are really, and I'm sure when you fight in the I'm sure in the real game when you fight enemies that have more health, the poison arrow poisons them and the fire arrow sets them on fire and their health just drains slowly. But the fire arrow is pretty useful against the against hordes of enemies. Now another class, which is my least favorite class, is the scout. The scout, I've talked to people who like the scout because he's all secret, kind of like a spy, but I just can't like the scout because he's sort of annoying. I can't seem to figure out his attacks. He takes a second to retaliate from everything, and his cloaking and then backstabbing people is pretty cool, but it's like what am I talking about? But yeah, his cloaking is really weird. I just don't like the scout. Oh, and right here is where I'm talking about, and when you're an archer, they just run at you, and they just can't get to you when they're meleeing, of course. The scout has a cloaking ability, as I've said before, and what this does is it allows you to get behind enemies and stab them in the back, and you can only do that while you're cloaking. Although the annoying thing is sometimes you miss because the enemies move around a lot, and it's just really annoying. And the scout has got these really cool special, I guess he's got these cool special attacks, but I still don't like him. That makes the scout a little bit better, but not much. He's got a satchel charge and then a little rock bomb, I guess. You throw them in obviously they just explode. The satchel charge is pretty cool because it can take out a horde of enemies at once. And right here you can see I'm having trouble backstabbing him. But cloaking isn't unlimited, for at least its demo's telling me it is. And as you can see right there, the backstabbing. And those little white orbs, all it tells you, of course, are health orbs, and they don't heal much of your health, but there's so many drop that all you have to do is just pick them up, and pick up like 5 and you're almost at full health. And when you get to the mages in this game, the mages heal you a lot, so you don't really have to worry too much about health as long as you stick close to a mage. And as you can see, I'm having trouble trying to kill things. And you can see that guy's arm on the left. You can just see that orc just sitting there. That's funny. Yeah, I'm kind of having... Doesn't look like it. That's so weird. Here are his special attacks. And, I guess I'll explain what the mages are and everything in the next video.
Ambush them with a satchel bomb! Yes!